I vow to thee, my country, all earthly things above, entire and whole and perfect, the service of my love.
The love that has no question, the love that stands the test, that lays upon the altar the dearest and the best. The love that never falters, the love that pays the price, the love that makes undaunted the final sacrifice.
Now, welcome back to Havana Media. My name is Boniface OWINO, and as usual, I'm going to be your host for today. I told you that even as much as we are asking a lot of questions, even if we are asking questions every now and then, like General Ogolla used to say, that when an accident occurs or when an accident happens, there are a lot of questions that people ask, but sometimes they fail to get answers. Now, there are some of the 11 questions that BABU OWINO, that is the MP of Embakasi, have been asking or have asked. But I also feel like we also need to go through them so that you can know and maybe give an answer. Maybe if in case you know an answer of one or two questions, you can answer, because I've gone through them and I've also failed to give an answer or to answer myself those questions. As the saying goes, that when you are eating with the devil in the dark, always try as much as you can to use a long fork. That is what I want us to talk about. But before we do that, I'd like to give you a chance, those who are joining us for the first time, I'd like to give you a chance to go to the subscription area. You click the subscribe button, you like, you share, and also drop me a comment in the comment section and tell me where you're watching us from and what is your view concerning these questions and this video that we've just watched. As I normally say, that feedback is normally the key thing in any form of communication. I'll not fail to say thank you for those who have been giving us your support, those who are also joining us, those who are joining this family. Thank you very much, because it is only through you that this channel is continuing to grow, and without you we cannot grow as we are growing at a very high rate. Thank you very much. May God bless you. Asante sana. Now, back to our question. But before I ask that question, or before I give the questions that BABU OWINO was asking, there is a statement that RAILA ODINGA has given even after RAILA ODINGA had sent his condolences to the family, and even decided to go to see the wife in person together with the Azimio leaders, that is Kalonzo Musyoka, Martha Karua, Wycliffe Oparanya, and all those Kina James Orengo were there in the morning to help the late wife to mourn the husband. There is something. There are some of the things that RAILA ODINGA talked about. There is a letter that is out. There is a set statement that RAILA Amolo Odinga gave, is sending his personal tribute to the personal tribute sent by Honorable RAILA Amolo Odinga on the passing of General Francis Ogolla and colleagues. There are a lot of things that he said, but what I want us to talk about, or maybe what I would like to stress on, is let us leave. Paragraph 1 is talking about RAILA's attribute to General Ogolla. Paragraph 2. Now, my biggest problem now and my biggest worry is in this paragraph. From the third paragraph. From the fourth paragraph, it says, I believe, however, that these courage, skills, and dedication has guaranteed some measures of security for the future generations. If only we can sustain the vision and reforms be initiated. Even as we mourn, I wish to pose a challenge to the government. Now, this is now where the problem is coming from. Now, I really saying that I wish to pose a challenge to the government. There has been long-running concern about the state of helicopters and other equipment being used by the security sector. Now, This now, listen to this paragraph. Many near-death encounters have occurred with the security aircraft. We may never know what exactly brought down the helicopter in which the general died. It is our prayer that this tragedy may mark the beginning of a serious revoke into our security equipment, especially the aircraft which, with a view to undertaking a complete overhaul and modernization of the equipment. That was the general visions. Now, the last part, he says, more importantly, the government owns this country a thorough, professional, and transparent investigation into the death. Only such an investigation will put the family and the whole nation at peace. Now, I want us to connect it with these questions that BABU OWINO was asking. That is Raila Amolo Odinga's letter. I want us to connect it with the questions that BABU OWINO was asking. BABU OWINO asked 11 strong questions, which have really brought an attention and has really caught an attention of everyone. When you look at his Facebook page, there are a lot of shares. People have shared it and a lot of people have commented on it. So it means that these questions, everyone is in need of, everyone wants to know that, okay, this thing happened. Why? Okay, if it happened like this, why did it happen like this? Now, these are the questions that BABU OWINO was asking. Question number 1. BABU OWINO is saying that if all these questions can be answered, then our heart may stop bleeding. Otherwise, mambo ni tatu. That is BABU OWINO. And now the first question BABU OWINO is asking is this. Where was the Westcom commander? Where was, okay, we know very well that General was going on a mission. And his mission was in Pokot, in Western Pokot. But now BABU OWINO is asking, where was the commander of that area? That is the first question. The second question BABU OWINO is asking is this. Where was the Defense Force Sergeant Major? Where was the Defense Force Sergeant Major? That is the second question. The third question that BABU OWINO is asking is this. Where was the Army Commander? Because as we know, that he is not supposed to go alone. Where was the Army Commander? That is the third question. The fourth question, why was the whole CDF using one helicopter with the number 50 ACB helicopter escort in an operation area? We know very well that whenever a CDF goes anywhere, he is supposed to have the same escort as the president. The fifth question is, why was he in a company of junior officers only? Why was he in a company of junior officers only? In the previous video, I told you something, that there is nowhere that general is supposed to go without the major general. He's supposed to be escorted by his PA, and his PA is normally the major general. But in this case, Major General Keter Kemboi was nowhere to be seen. He was not together with him. And BABU OWINO is now asking here, why was he traveling? Or why was he in a company of junior officers only? Now that is the sixth question that BABU OWINO is asking is this. Which rank should fly a helicopter used by the CDF? Which rank? I don't know. Those who are in the army, those who are in the forces will tell us the rank that is supposed to fly the CDF, because it's not supposed to be flied by a lieutenant, not even by a sergeant. So it means that someone that is flying CDF is someone that is supposed to have a higher rank. I don't know. Maybe the people that are in the forces will tell us at the comment section. Maybe after that we'll know what is the requirement or what is the exact rank. Number 7 question that Babu Wino is asking is this. Who gives parade to CDF in an operation when he is about to inspect his troops? I repeat the question. Who gives parade to CDF in an operation when he is about to inspect his troops? The person that is supposed to give the parade to CDF is supposed to be someone who is just next, or almost next to his rank. Like, for example, when we have him like the general, so the person that he is supposed to give the parade is a major general. Let us take, for example, in Kenya. In case the chief commander, that is the president himself, is doing an inspection, the person that is supposed to give parade is the general himself. In any occasion that normally happens, we normally see that the person that normally gives the president information, or normally give the parade, checks the parade and gives the president inspection on his troop, is normally the general. Now, in this case, we don't know the person that gave, or he didn't have the parade. Maybe there was no inspection there. That is what we are assuming. But if Kindiki himself is normally given parade, he normally does inspection even for 3 people, why not him? Now, that is the 7th question. The 8th question that the Babu Wino was asked is this. How many helicopters should a CDF use while visiting an operation area? These questions, I think, in case they will be asked very well, will be in a better position and everyone will be at peace. The 9th question is this. Why was he the only one to inspect a school and not his juniors? Now, in my previous video, I asked something. That this issue, is it in the capacity, or is it worthy for general himself to go and do school commissioning, yet there are his juniors? And when he was doing this school commissioning, was he not supposed to be accompanied by the CS of education? If yes, then why is it that the CS of education was not there? That is the 10th question is this. Who should be the next CDF going by the 20 rules, and who will deputize him with the let me repeat this question. This is now the challenging question. The question is this. Who should be the next CDF going by the 20 rules, and who will deputize him? Will that deputy be the CDF by 2027? That is the 10th question, and I think we'll come to talk about this, the 10th question, maybe tomorrow, about who is supposed to become the next CDF and who should deputize him. But I also want to hear your comment in the comment section, so that it will also help us. It will also help us maybe to talk about it well tomorrow. Now, another question, the last question, is this. Why is General Ogolla dead just after the recent changes in KDF? So those are the questions that Babu Wino has been asking, and those are the questions that Babu Wino asked. In case you have an answer, you can tell us at the comment section, and also you can tell us your point of your view. What do you think? And maybe if you also have a question that maybe is bothering you, for the sake of peace, or for you to have peace of mind, you can also ask it at the comment section. And until we meet again, I have been your host, Boniface OWINO.